what a change of pace. Zariel's a legend I have not seen, I would say, almost at all. And then now I get 3.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Usually when we see a new legend like that come out, it's because one player just played so exceptionally well that they're redefining the meta of 2v2s. So I'm curious. I'll have to go back and check the VODs after this to see who started this Zariel craze, because it's been North America dependent so far. But different stances too. We see Tiffany going for less attack and a little bit more dexterity, and we do have the opposite being said for Maid. But everybody except Kyzer here, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Everyone here does have gauntlets going to this next matchup. That's gonna be the defining tempo.
And honestly, as a spectator and commentator, big fan. Gauntlets are just so fun.
Yeah.
We're going to see some very fun combos here. Already blue team fighting for the stage control, but good reversal here. Red team now trying to put the pressure on here. The ledge. Big swing from Tiffany, but not taking too much damage.
Not too much damage yet. Experience though. Accident. Oh! Inadvertently saves Maid. Literal fire, scorched earth from the skies. They're taking the lava from below the stage, bringing it up on top. Tiffany with the ledge guard has been so impressive, and it's forcing blue team to play deep. Maid and Experience are separated out, but luckily Maid is there to save Experience right at the time of doom. Everywhere we look, Experience separated out from their teammate. The blasters in tow have not been able to find any impact just yet. Kyzer wildly swinging with the axe finds some damage, but there we go. Tiffany there to solidify things, and as the first 2 stocks, the blue team fall. Look at Tiffany. Still yellow at that first stock, barely engaging in any damage against them.
I mean, and that's saying something too. There were some big swings coming out from Tiffany trying to take the stocks and force the issue. Blue team had little punishes, enough to save some teammates, but not enough to keep the pressure on and put the damage on. So good stuff from Tiffany. It's been, you know, low risk, high reward.
Actually, I would disagree. I would say it's high risk, high reward. Tiffany has been engaged directly in the middle of battle every single engagement they're in, but the only difference is Maid and Experience just can't hit Tiffany back.
It should be high risk. Blue team just isn't able to, you know, really put the punish on. And oh, the edge guard finally broken up by Experience. Going back to neutral here, Experience with the blasters. Hopefully we can get some damage coming out from them, but red team, so many good dodges and defensive options.
Oh, and Experience goes high into the sky. Maid on that second stock, probably for not much longer. Anything to elevate themselves back onto the stage. Barely clawing their way back up onto the ledge. Kyzer goes down to 1 stock. Essentially an even game thanks to the hands of Maid, but a single uppercut, anything at all, can bring that away. Maid, the sider off of the axe of Kyzer, does bring Maid back onto the platform. Good setup. Maid trying to turn things around. The double ground pound, solidifying things away. Tiffany, a strong start to game number 1, and now the only one left. What a big turnaround. Maid and Experience playing solely for the offstage play, leaving Tiffany on an island. Inferno down below. 1 stock versus 3 in total.
Unbelievable. Talk about risk reward. I don't know what the risk was, but that was a terrible reward. Both of the red team stocks went flying off of that extended edge guard, and Experience going down too. What is going on?
Jinx, knock on wood. I mean, this is a Zariel versus Zariel that we very rarely ever get to see in competitive Brawlhalla. And Maid is really making me nervous with these jumps. The recovery does connect for Tiffany. Brings Maid back over to the neutral. The spot dodge goes through from Tiffany, but the setup isn't there. The downline doesn't connect, but yes, the nair does. Gauntlets preferring the bow.
I like it. Just still controlling the weapons though. Trying to put the pressure on with the bow. Looking for the jump in. Gonna pick up another one. Nice. Ooh, good dodge. Okay, we got the gauntlets now. Still sticking with the bow. I like the pick. It's really good. It just stuffs so many approaches here from Maid. Not able to jump in. Okay, the gauntlets are huge though. What do we got here? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much any hit would have done it at that amount of damage. But what a showing from blue team. In what, you know, I was starting to think about the next game, and blue team said, do not count us out.
I mean, Experience, true to their name, has the experience to have those reads, to understand. Look, we have red team on the ledge, I've got my blasters. We're gonna make sure they never get back onto the ledge. And I think this adjustment going over to Miami is an interesting one. APOC was certainly a bigger map in terms of like the overall, well, what's the word? Just space, the area, I guess?
Yeah,
I'm not a math man. But Miami is so much smaller. There are upper ledges to work with, and that's gonna benefit both Zario's bows and the axe play from Kyzer. But I don't know if there's gonna be as much ledge guard presence, and to me, that's solely what Blue Team relied on to get that victory in game number 1.
Right. Definitely gonna be tough, but maybe they'll just take that momentum and bring it to the neutral game. Just play some good old-fashioned Brawlhalla as well. Definitely feeling revitalized after that huge moment in game 2. Tiffany already looking for some big swings to try and get these stocks off the Blue Team, but it's gonna be some good old-fashioned edge play too. Oh, I like that save.
Oh. Maid, the clutch factor from game number 1, does get back onto the platform. Kyzer, the same can't be said. Already down in the 2 territory there. Setups are strong, and that was a desync from experience. The cross is another legend we don't get to see very often, but let me tell you, if those signatures connect, it is a very different story. Quite literally one of the most explosive ones you can have in the game. Experience is there to save Maid, and also accidentally contribute and then losing that first stock.
Some really good coverage too. Just Blue Team looks like they are kind of stuck at the ledge, and through no fault of their own. Red Team's just putting that pressure on. Those signatures cover so many options. Trying to fight back still. Red Team just looking so very in control though.
Oh, that recovery, it sends Tiffany into the sky. Kyzer, not a good hit.
Good options
Luckily.
here, Red Team. Kind of fighting back. Oh, big sig though. Love that. And can they keep it going? What a dodge.
That's a great question. So far, so good. The entire stage control in the hands of Red Team.
Ooh, another good pickup. Okay.
Maid
Back.
off stage. Kyzer still in the midst of battle. Axe still in hand. Has been able to make the second stock last so long. More than probably all the stocks in game 1 combined, but it's finally the finale there. Cross holding down the 4, prevents the ledge guard.
All right, Tiffany fighting back at the ledge. They're definitely gonna need to get that stock off of Maid. It's a good start, and they need to put the pressure on experience while they can. Looking for some big hits that aren't connecting quite yet. Now Tiffany coming in for the save, but Blue Team still keeping that damage going.
Kyzer's playing a dangerous game with those gauntlets.
Oh, this is so tense. So much pressure coming in from the gauntlets too. Some big swings coming in from Maid, and oh my goodness, what a connection.
Oh, the gravity cancel side sig. Experience literally uppercutting Tiffany out of this second game. Wow, not even a clutch needed from Maid Experience. That was just objectively a cleaner game from Blue Team.
Yeah, back to back. Solid signatures from experience to close it out. Some really good options here. There we see that follow-up. And then the last stock too, just another good hit. Even with a little bit of team damage, catching the landing and just sealing that deal right there. Going into the next game, like I said, I think we could just see that mentality shift, see that momentum, and see a big change of pace coming in from Blue Team.
Speaking of change of pace, looks like we're getting some legend swaps coming out from the Red Team. I desperately think this is needed now. Kyzer on the Akuma. Tiffany on the Kaya pick. I don't know how I feel about the Kaya. I'm going to be honest. Look, Kaya won BCX for 1v1s. Kaya, a strong legend overall. But the way Maid and Experience have been engaging in these fights, it's so up close, preventative, and off stage that other than gravity cancel signatures, I don't really know what Tiffany's gonna find here.
I don't know. I have some faith though. Big fan of the spear. I think we may see that range come in handy in a couple of exchanges, but I'm perceptive. I'm willing to see it work out here. So far, just kind of taking up space with those neutral airs.
But that's the thing, is that the way Maid and Experience are playing now is that they don't allow you to get space if you're on the enemy side. Kyzer, though, I do like this change. The sword is fighting a lot of effort there. The sliding down 6 from Tiffany. A really good ledge guarding start. Exactly what we predicted to see going into this possibly final game of the series. Tiffany's so reliant on these signatures now to just boost Maid away. That's 2 out right now. A third doesn't connect at all. But now, the Otis has swapped over to the attacking red team. Both the blue team shoved to the ledge, facing 1v1s. It's up to Maid to just shove Tiffany away. Preventative measures.
This is a really big change in dynamic too. Tiffany going for these big swings and Kyzer just trying to set them up. Blue team hasn't really been able to punish, trying to just dodge for their own stocks. And oh my goodness, both of them unable to dodge for long enough. Going down. Tiffany now the anchor, which is also a big change of pace, but not for too long.
Oh no.
Oh,
Bit of a reset.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage to pick up. Tiffany right behind, but this could be the lead that they need to keep and extend. Hold on though, red team fighting back from the ledge. 2 really good hits. Opens up the stage control, and that neutral air coming in pretty handy so far.
Kyzer has been absolutely fearless in this offstage play, going deep near the blast zone, ensuring that anybody on blue team, if they go in deep just like this, they should have that recovery in the spear. Another sign of its life, saving Kyzer's second stock and actually baiting out Experience to overextend and fall.
And a huge hit from Tiffany yet again. Blue team, final stocks each, still trying to put that pressure on Experience over on the left side of the ledge. Making it back though, and a big hit. This could be some big damage, and the stock going down. Kyzer on the last leg, and so is Tiffany. 1 stock apiece across the board right now.
The blasters from Experience have been good to disrupt these combo starters. Chip damage has been applied against Maid, but Experience is there to make sure it's nothing more than just a chip damage. Not the whole potato. Kyzer off stage nearly. A wealth of damage applied. The sider goes through. This is serious stock right now for both the red team. They've had such a dominant lead in game number 3. They have to make sure they can keep that lead going if they want to continue on in this set. Oh.
Tiffany playing so well right now. Fighting both members of blue team, trying to give Kyzer some space. Okay. Opening up the stage again. Experience, though, finds the opening. Kyzer fighting back with the sword and right back to ledge. Ooh, big hit.
Oh, no. What's blue and red all over? It's Maid an Experience. If they lose these stocks, the set continues. Down air is applied to Kyzer, and the side air from Tiffany. They keep themselves in the game.
If you want, Keg, I will forward you the Tiffany apology form, because that Kaya showed up in that game. Some really big moments.
Really did. It really did. And I want to give a lot of those props to, not to take anything away from Tiffany, but I think the setups applied from Kyzer helped ensure that Tiffany was able to succeed so much as they did with the spear. Returning again the APOC. A big advantage for red team here. We saw what the space that Tiffany could rely on, what the long platform of this stage can do. And Kyzer, completely fearless with the offstage play. Really, a lot of these baits bring Experience so deep down, ensuring that Tiffany can get the 1v1 against Maid. These are such great, big brain level strats that the red team is applying here that I'm not sure blue team is read into yet.
Yeah, I think we may have to see some adjustments because, like you said, Kyzer kind of living at the ledge in some of these last couple games, and the blue team doesn't really know how to deal with it. Maybe they should try and force those 1v or the 2v1s.
Wow, what a great air dodge! Air dodge directly into the down air. Experience is there for one. They have their own plans with the signatures, and Experience does it again. A bit of a quiet last game from Experience AG, but I gotta say, this is a big comeback for the boy Cross.
Yeah, they figured something out for sure. They're playing with a lot more confidence, going for these big hits and connecting with them. It's got to feel good, and I think they are definitely bringing that feel-good attitude to the game right now. Fighting for center stage, still holding on to their first stocks, and still tacking on damage with those gauntlets. Finally, a good read of the defensive option. Kyzer trying to even it back up.
You try to even back up, but with Kyzer already down to their final stock, this is not the position you want to be in at all. Especially with someone so dominant and aggressive like Kyzer, never escaping the battlefield. That means they won't have this stock for much longer. Double off stage though. Maid finally loses their first. But again, all the eyes should be on Kyzer right now. The down air from Tiffany nearly solidified, possibly themselves into the lower bracket, but Tiffany goes for the recovery instead.
There are those neutral airs again coming in from Tiffany. So very good. Blue team center stage now, huge hit, and unable to get interrupted too. Kyzer really can't go for too much here because...
Oh no, Kyzer!
Oh.
No! One mistake is all it took, and now Tiffany's left in a 1v2. You might not think a 1v2 is too bad, but when you look at the stock counter and realize it's 1 stock to 4, it's harder than any 1v1 you ever have to go through.
It's basically a 4v1, and when you put it like that, it seems even more grim. Tiffany can definitely make it happen, especially with some big connections like that, but it is such a tall order. Oh, it's gonna be a rough one. Blue team, I like the amount of respect, not going for too many wild options, just playing it safe, getting those hits when possible.
And that was the big mistake Blue team made in game number 3, is that they gave too little respect to Red team. They overextended off the ledge. Oftentimes there was a lot of opportunities where they lost their stocks in silly ways, whether that be a down air from Kyzer or just a simple anything coming out from Tiffany. But now we're seeing the opposite. A big, gigantic juggle coming through, and Tiffany, despite the heavy defense on the Kaya pick, can only do so much. Perfect opportunity for Experience to get that set up and knock them down. Moving on forwards past top 32. Barely any stocks lost in that last game, and you're completely right, AG. What a complete turnaround in terms of pacing.
Yeah, I was so surprised the sort of whiplash I got from just these explosive edge guards to good old-fashioned conservative neutral, back to these huge team combos. It was just a roller coaster, and thankfully for the blue team fans, it was a roller coaster that ended with a nice 3-1 in their favor. Look at that damage too. There's so many big numbers, a lot of damage taken on red team. We did see that defense come in, but unfortunately it did not matter too much when Kyzer went out so early. Even with all the extra defense, Tiffany was not able to make it happen. It's just a little bit too much to handle with the 4 stocks to 1.
Yeah, big props to Experience in those last few games. The cross pick, the low startups, for all the signatures that Cross has, a world of a difference, sending everybody away, especially on APOC. It was a great stage for setups that Red Team could have applied against, but it just simply wasn't enough. Luckily though, it's not the end for us just yet. We still have plenty of other games to go. Spray and glue, my favorite food.